Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. We're already going through the middle of October pretty quick. So October hasn't gone as planned as, as I wanted it to, and I want to say it has been a little bit slow, but that maybe it's because I'm not trading the right stock. I don't feel like I traded the right stock today. Maybe the first one I feel like I did a really good job, but then I think the second trade is where it began to fell off, and I'm gonna show you how much I'm down by. I'm down by $17, so it's small, but it's not what I'm looking for, and I kind of disappointed myself in the second trade, but I'm still working on training that cutting losses. So first trade, I see seed. It's coming up on the scanner. It already made its move earlier in the day, or you know it came down from after hours, tried to rally back up around 5 in the morning. So yeah, 5 in the morning, and I see this come up. So it's on my running up scanner, and I'm like, okay, this seems like a good trade. I think this is gonna work. It's gonna break the high of the morning. So I see this pullback. I try to take a trade. I don't get in. I get in the next candle. I get in with 100 shares, and I'm holding, and I sell this top, and I get a profit of let's see, $12. So I'm like, okay, not bad. I'll take it. Then I see ZNB come up on the scanner. So something I noticed with ZNB that I didn't notice till after I lost my trade. I was like, okay, 1 million float. I was like, why is this thing getting hammered down so hard? The short interest is 900,000 shares. And when I go to Fintel, so if I go to, and please let me know, like, which one is more accurate. I'm going to keep switching back and forth. Because right here, it's showing a float of almost a million at this point for the shares short available. So I feel like that could explain, and that's just my marker so I don't forget where I traded. I think this is easier for me to remember. So on Fintel, it's showing the short interest on the Nasdaq is 62% versus the off exchange is 50%. Now, I don't know if this is combined or while I'm trading or if I'm sticking with the 60%. And it's saying short interest 900,000 shares. So this tells me that there's likely more, the float's likely higher, but 900,000 900,000 seems kind of a lot in terms of shares. It seems like that would be almost 90%, unless I'm reading this wrong. This seems like about almost 90% of the float size. So please let me know what you guys think. I don't know which one's more accurate, the warrior trading or if the Fintel is something to look at, but that's what I noticed right after. Anyways, so what comes up on the news with this ZNB? So ZNB, I see stock quote, and what I'm seeing is they strengthened the balance sheet with USD 231 million backed investment. So it's not a Bitcoin treasury. Well, it is a Bitcoin treasury, but it's not like they're saying they purchased it. They're saying that they have a lot of Bitcoin in stock. Now, I'm seeing this. It comes up on the scanner, flushes down. I take my first trade right here, and I double click on accident. I'm in 200 shares. I get out right here. I'm starting to see the MACD starting to fall out, and I'm like, all right, let me get out. And I get a good win. From my average was 256, and then my exit on that one was 265. So it's about $12. So not bad. It's small wins. This is where I should have stopped. I noticed it flushed down, and I was like seeing a really nice seller, and I was like, okay, maybe the seller's gonna clear out, and it's rallying back up. I take another trade, 100 shares, and I see more selling, and I'm like, okay, this is not good. I'm gonna get out. I get out, and my hold time for that, so I lose about $7 on that one. The third trade. On that third trade, I lose $7. So it flushes down further, and I think that this is going to rally up. This was a mistake here because the MACD was negative. This right here, the MACD was starting to become positive, and I was like, okay, if we see a convergence on the 920 EMA, to break these resistance level at 270, then I think we could see really good moves considering the short interest is high. But this is before the fact I knew the short interest was high. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, maybe it could have worked, but it was also downtrending as well. And on the 1 minute, it wasn't looking too good. Higher in the beginning, this initial move in the first 3 minutes likely would have been okay, small trade, small win. But after looking at this forming, that's where I should have stopped. I should have been like, wait, this is already trending down. This is high volume. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Anyways, I take my next trade right here, and I'm too jumpy in the morning. I had coffee this morning. I double click. I'm not gonna have caffeine in the morning that early anymore because I was pretty jumpy. And I'm like, okay, I thought it would be a good idea to trade on caffeine, but It's lesson learned. And I'm usually well rested, but lately it's been stressful because of school and work and training. So if you don't hear from me for a couple days, it's just because I'm working on school stuff, and that stuff has been stressful lately. No room. I can't make excuses, but I'm just telling you guys what's going on in my life because I'm not just a trader. I also work. I also train. I do judo, and I also have school. It's kind of a lot, and I feel like August was a lot easier because I didn't have that stress. To me, August it was just work, trade, and train. But with school, it's just become stressful, and I think I kind of brought that to the table today. So, anyways, I take my trade in 200 shares, flushes down, and notice a quick recovery off this low right here, 243. And I'm like, okay, maybe this was just a quick flush and it'll go up. MACD's still positive, and I'm hopeful. And MACD's still positive around 709. So I'm like, okay, maybe this can bounce up from this level over here at the VWAP 250, and break through 263, break through 270, and this candle happens and I just get out. I'm like, you know what? I held that way too long. I held that for almost 2 minutes, so that's not good. So if we go here, so our average winning time was half a minute. Average losing time was 1 minute. So this isn't good. I shouldn't have done that. I was doing good on my average trade. I was up $24 on the day, but that wasn't good, and I just left it out. And it struck me that I was like, wait, Ross has the other scanner, and I noticed right here. Wait, let me pull it up real quick. There we go. I noticed COOT was on a scanner. So I didn't have a scanner up on the 5 pillars of stock selection. So I click here, Ross's 5 pillar scan, and then there wasn't anything right now. There was only 3 stocks. Right now you don't see anything, but COOT was up on that scanner. So we'll go back. I really wish I saw this. I mean, someone told me that he had the scanner up, and then when I loaded up, it wasn't automatically loaded. So I have to have this saved because I think that would have saved me from taking a losing trade. I think it really would have. COT had a really nice move. Right here. Not in this area, but as soon as it started to rally back up, around this area, I think it would have been a really nice move had I been watching it. But this is, I don't know, coulda, woulda, shoulda. I think I was just too jumpy this morning, to be honest, and I was looking for anything. And I have to realize that it has to meet the 5 criteria. There needs to be volume. I don't think there was a lot of selling volume, but there wasn't enough buying volume, and that really showed. And the short interest, that really showed. So that was not the best trade. So yeah, from here, honestly, just gotta keep going. I'm not gonna give up. I mean, I could walk away and just say I'm done with trading forever, but that's not gonna happen because I don't give up, and I do see myself getting good at this. And this is gonna be one of the days I'm gonna remember. I remember when I was a day trader. I remember when I was a beginner day trader. Sorry, let me say that way. I'm gonna remember these days, and this is me putting in the work to become better and consistent. And I'm trying. I really am. I'm always gonna be saying that, and I know it sounds like a broken record. You guys hear that every single time, but I feel confident. I still feel confident. Nothing's changed. Bad trade, and I'm glad Ross has that 5 pillar scan. I think that's gonna be very, very helpful, especially coming into the morning first thing, since things are. I mean, I don't know. It's been weird. It's been on and off. Market was hot yesterday, recovered today, kind of sold off a little bit, and recovered again. So it's a hit or miss. No excuse, but I'm just looking forward to tomorrow. I'm just glad I can get up and live to trade another day, and I'm always gonna remember these days. This is that 1% better every day, and I'm gonna look back at a year from now, and be like, well, I really grew. I mean, compared to last year, I feel like the growth is still there, even though the metrics haven't shown. I'm still realizing this. So we're still down on the month. Hopefully tomorrow we can get some pretty swift trades, nothing that's too difficult. Lesson from today, I think the entry, knowing where to stop. I feel like that's where my issue might lie. Knowing where to stop, knowing where to, okay, why am I going to keep taking a trade on this? And when the PDT rule, supposedly it's going to go into effect late 2025 or 2026. I think 2026 is likely, but if it happens sooner, I need to get used to knowing when to stop. No one went to be like, okay, I'm done with this trade because the stock, I've already done what I can with the stock, and I don't think it's gonna go any further. I need to be able to have also. I need to recognize that better and early on. And I think it would have been small Green Day. I think it would have been small Green Day is $24, really. But yeah, my morale may seem down, but I'm just tired, really. So if I go AFK, if you guys don't hear from me for the next couple of days, and I'm just trying to focus on school, and getting recording in has been tough, but I'm still gonna be here. So if I don't record, I'm gonna post my trade and my thoughts process for that. I'm not gonna shy away because I'm gonna show you guys. It's gonna happen. I'm really excited to see. Anyways, hopefully you guys had a good day today. We had some, I think, really big mover OMER, but OMER, I think it was a 60 million float. Yeah, so I saw that go up earlier and I was like, ooh, but float's so high. GNPX ended the day at 84 cents, up over 300%, 200%, sorry. Right now, the only thing on the running up scanner that's late is SOND at 12 million shares. So let's see where SOND is and what it is. We could be seeing this tomorrow morning. Okay, this is an earnings report. Hotels lodging. Okay, that's not really what we're looking for. GIPR is also in the small cap high day momentum. 5 million share float. Property, real estate. Okay, nothing too crazy. So something on the running up scanner. Things are going up, but they don't have news. TKLF. That's the next thing. Japan. Not really anything to look forward to. FTEL. Low float. Okay, nothing to look forward to. So I think hopefully we get something new. Yeah, I don't know. I want something new. Give me something new, you know. Alright, take care. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good Wednesday. Get some sleep. I'm trying to get my sleep. Has been better. I'm getting more sleep lately, but school is just kicking my butt, man. Not really. I'm just trying to get done, you know. Alright, take care. Have a good day, everyone. See ya.